Muay Thai was born because it was needed. A long time ago in old Siam, soldiers needed a way to protect their land. When their swords and spears broke in battle, they had to fight with their bare hands. They learned to use every part of their body as a weapon. This was how a powerful martial art began. It wasn't just a game or a sport. It was a way to stay alive, a way for a soldier to keep his home and his king safe. The training was very tough and never stopped, because war could happen at any time. Every man was a possible fighter, ready to defend the kingdom. This early style was called Muay Boran, which means ancient boxing. It's known as the art of 8 limbs. Fighters used their fists like sharp knives and their shins like strong sticks. Their elbows were like hammers, able to cut and shock an opponent. Their knees were like spears, hitting the body with amazing power. Young boys learned these skills in their villages and at the local temples. Monks would often teach them not just how to fight, but also how to be disciplined and focused. This training made their bodies strong and their minds even stronger, setting them up for a life of honor. Life in early Siam was very much linked to this martial art. It was more than just a way to fight, it was a part of everyday life. In villages all over the land, after a long day of working in the fields, young men would get together to train. They would practice their punches and kicks on banana trees, making their shins and fists harder. These sessions were a way to build community, test their strength, and get ready for a time when fighting could start without warning. The temple grounds became a place for both spiritual learning and physical training, helping to create well-rounded people. The training was raw and practical. There were no soft rings or fancy gloves. Fighters often wrapped their hands in hemp rope, a practice called kad chuek. This not only protected their knuckles but also made their hits more dangerous. The techniques were made for real fighting, including moves that are now not allowed in the modern sport. It was about ending a fight as fast and effectively as possible. This tough system created some of the strongest warriors in history, and their legacy would set the stage for the sport we know and respect today. During the Ayutthaya period, from the 1300s to the 1700s, Muay Boran became more than just a soldier's skill. It became an art form that kings supported. The kings of Siam saw how important it was for the army and helped it grow throughout the kingdom. Soldiers in the royal guard were all experts, and the art became a respected part of a young man's education. This royal support made Muay Boran more important. It was no longer just for staying alive. It was a source of national pride and entertainment, practiced by the very best. This time also gave us one of Muay Thai's greatest legends, Nai Karnom Tom. In 1774, after Ayutthaya fell, he was captured and taken to Burma. The Burmese king wanted to see if the famous Siamese fighters were as good as people said. Nai Karnom Tom was chosen to fight against 10 of Burma's best champions, one after another, without any rest in between. He beat every single one of them. The king was so impressed that he gave Nai Karnom Tom his freedom, and he came back to Siam as a hero. His story shows the strong spirit and skill of a Muay Thai fighter. Matches became a big part of local festivals and celebrations. In the village square or at temple fairs, a space would be cleared for fighters to show their skills. There were no weight classes or timed rounds like we have today. A fight continued until one person couldn't go on anymore. These events were a huge show, bringing crowds from all around. People would cheer for their local champions, and the air would be filled with excitement and the sounds of traditional music. It was here that Muay Boran started to change from a fighting art into a sport for people to watch. The training stayed intense, but now it had a new goal. Fighters weren't just getting ready for war, they were training for honor and fame in the ring. Different parts of Siam developed their own special styles. Muay Boran from the east was known for its powerful punches. Muay Boran was famous for its clever and fast movements. Muay Thai from the south focused on strong defensive positions. These regional differences added depth and detail to the art, creating a rich mix of techniques that would eventually combine into modern Muay Thai. As Siam entered the Ratanakosin era and became modern Thailand, Muay Thai also began to change. In the 1700s and 1800s, the sport became more organized. The raw, battlefield version started to get rules that made it safer and more structured. King Rama V was a huge supporter of the sport, and during his time, training camps were set up and champions were given titles. This was a time of change where the ancient art started to look more like a modern sport, with formal training centers and a clear path for hopeful fighters to become champions. The biggest changes came in the early 1900s. Inspired by Western boxing, Muay Thai adopted many new things. The hemp ropes were replaced by modern boxing gloves. Fighters started competing in a ring with ropes instead of an open courtyard. Timed rounds were introduced, adding a new level of planning to the fights. These modern updates made the sport easier to access and safer for the fighters. It also made it easier for people around the world to understand and appreciate the skill involved, opening the door for it to spread globally. After World War II, Muay Thai truly stepped onto the world stage. Thai fighters started to compete against martial artists from other styles, like karate and kickboxing. They often won these matches, showing the power and effectiveness of the art of 8 limbs. Foreigners who saw this amazing fighting style became fascinated. Many traveled to Thailand to learn directly from the masters. This global interest led to the building of famous stadiums like Lumpinee and Rajadamnern in Bangkok, which are still considered the most important places for Muay Thai in the world. The sport continued to grow and influence others. Its powerful clinch techniques, strong leg kicks, and use of elbows and knees were studied by martial artists everywhere. Muay Thai became a key part of modern mixed martial arts, and fighters with a strong Muay Thai background have found great success in organizations like the UFC. The sport that was once a secret of Siamese soldiers was now known all over the world, practiced in gyms from Amsterdam to Sao Paulo. Famous champions like Sanchai and Buakaw became international superstars, inspiring a new generation of fighters. Even with its modern rules and global reach, Muay Thai stays deeply connected to its cultural roots. Before every fight, a fighter performs the Wai Kru Ram May. This is a slow, graceful dance that shows respect to their teachers, their parents, and their country. It's also a way to warm up and focus their mind for the battle ahead. Each fighter's Wai Kru is unique, often telling a story about their gym or their region. This beautiful ritual reminds everyone that Muay Thai is more than just fighting. It is an art form rich with tradition and respect. The fight itself is guided by traditional music, the sarama. The music starts slowly during the Wai Kru and then gets faster and more intense as the action in the ring heats up. The beat of the drums and the sound of the Javanese clarinet match the pace of the fight, encouraging the fighters and exciting the crowd. This music is the heartbeat of Muay Thai. It connects the present moment to the hundreds of years of history that came before it. For a fighter, the music is a source of energy, pushing them to dig deep and fight with all their heart. Fighters also wear special items for luck and protection. The mongkon is a sacred headband worn during the Wai Kru. It is blessed by a monk or the fighter's teacher and is believed to bring good fortune. The fighter never touches it themselves. Their coach places it on their head and removes it before the fight begins. They also wear prajiad, which are armbands that are also blessed for protection and confidence. These items are not just decorations. They are powerful symbols of the fighters' spiritual beliefs and their connection to their community. Today, Muay Thai is a source of huge national pride for Thailand. It is a sport, a way to defend yourself, a fitness routine, and a cultural treasure all in one. It teaches discipline, respect, and toughness. It connects the younger generation to their history and shows the strength of the Thai spirit to the world. Whether it is practiced in a small village gym or in a massive stadium, Muay Thai is more than just a fight. It is the soul of a nation, a living art form that represents the beauty, strength, and honor of the Thai people.